what long-term consequences might there be?
我諗最大嘅後遺症咧就係傷咗整傷咗呢個陰莖裏邊其他好重要嘅組織啊。其實陰莖裏邊除咗呢啲海綿體之外咧，佢仲有好多血管、神經線啊。咁啲血管同神經線咧係負責將啲血液，即係將嘅血液充滿嗰個海綿體裏邊嘅。啲神經線咧亦都係負責將你大腦裏邊嘅信息咧輸入去個陰莖裏邊，令到佢興奮啊，令到佢醒嘅。假如呢啲組織傷咗之後咧，後果係好嚴重嘅。嗰位我哋叫做病人啦，如果真係傷咗嘅時候，佢真係可能完全即係變為有心無力啊，真係想硬都硬唔到啊咁樣。呢個係一個其中嘅後遺症。
According to Taiwanese reports, another suspension kung fu master, Mr. Chao of Hsinchu Province, was hospitalized after his penis was ripped off when he demonstrated lifting 300 kilos.
那拉伤了这个阴茎呢，可能就会有折断的现象，那这样子当然这个很大的伤害。那么基本上就是拉伤、折断，那所以我们在这里奉劝，如果没有一个正确的指导，自己不要做。
Whether or not suspension kung fu can really increase the sex drive, it is a form of kung fu that has taken Taiwan by storm. In 20 years, the Juju Sun Kung School has expanded to such an extent that there are now over 1,000 students. It's the completion date of Juju Sun Kung's country villa outside Taipei. In celebration of the event, some of the students are preparing for an astounding performance. It's to pull this 20-ton truck by their penises. Around the world, many people have pulled trucks by other methods, but using the penis seems absolutely incredible. 3 people, all volunteers, will make the attempt. Their main pillar, as it were, is 43-year-old Chang Yong-chung. Mr. Chang has only practiced suspension kung fu for 2 years, so he hasn't exactly reached the proper level yet. But no one can match him in terms of his devotion to the art.
我平常的话，差不多1天或2天钓一次，钓一次差不多钓差不多100多斤。
Before he took up suspension kung fu, Mr. Chang's health was quite poor. For over 10 years, he had suffered from digestive problems as well as neck and back pains. But all these complaints disappeared just 2 months after he started training. Since then, he has practiced at home most days.
我太太她一直鼓励我去参加，所以说我才下定决心去参加。 结果我太太发觉到我的皮肤以前是皱皱的，以前我的皮肤是这个鱼尾纹很多，现在全部都消失掉。
Mr. Chang's personal record is suspending 170 kilos, which is a few hundred times short of the target weight this time of 20 tons. That's why for 3 months, he's been training intensively in the hopes of achieving the greatest possible power on the big day. On the day of the truck pull, about 100 people have gathered by 9 a.m. Many Juju Sun Kung students have come to the villa from Taipei to witness the event, and nearby residents have also come to see what the fuss is all about. It's half an hour from the performance. Mr. Chang and his 2 fellow students are warming up at the back garden. Just as they normally do in class, they massage their private parts to concentrate qi at the Datian pressure point. Essentially, pulling a truck should not be much different from suspending iron weights. But because they have never done it before, they are taking more time to prepare themselves. Their trainer is also a bit apprehensive about the performance. Time and time again, he hits them in their bellies to make sure they are fully charged with qi for the challenge up ahead. As for the knot tying method, it is rather different for pulling a truck than it is for suspending weights. One end of the rope is tied to the front of the vehicle, while the other end is tied by means of the double suspension method to the penis and the scrotum. As they have never pulled an automobile by their penises before, Their master Tu Chin Tuan is going to transfer some of his own qi to them. Master Tu presses his hand to the Da Tian pressure point, and after 2 or 3 minutes, the energy transfer is complete. The atmosphere is very tense. Will they be able to do it? They begin to use their willpower to focus qi in their penises. Only 10 seconds, the truck begins to move. It doesn't stop until it's been pulled about half a meter.
因为以前没有拉过啦，刚开始会是觉得，哎，因为平常也还有信心的哈，所以拉的时候，根据老师讲的，把全身气都灌到哈，灌下丹田，就拉起来还觉得蛮轻松的。
The Qigong performance continues, although one of the 3 drops out, leaving only Chang Yong-chung and another. And the stakes are raised even further as 50 people climb onto the truck. The truck has increased in weight, and only 2 people are left to pull it. Again, Master Tu transfers energy to his students. But is this just mumbo-jumbo, or does it really increase their power? After about a quarter of a minute, the truck, now laden with 50 people, slowly begins to move. Success once again. Now Chang Yong-chung will attempt to pull the truck, and the 50 people all by himself. After 2 performances already, Mr. Chang's energy has visibly diminished. So Master Tu uses the opportunity to transfer more qi to him in the hope of raising his strength again. After 2 or 3 minutes, Mr. Chang attempts what no one has ever done: to pull with his penis a truck with 50 people on it, a weight in excess of 20 tons. Can he do it? Everyone holds their breath as Mr. Chang concentrates on making his qi flow through his body to his penis. Unbelievably, the truck moves. It doesn't stop until it's been pulled almost a meter. Because the center of gravity in pulling is different from suspension, Mr. Chang says that by comparison, pulling is actually easier. So how far can Qigong push the limits of human physical ability? For practitioners of suspension kung fu, there may not be any limit at all, because their next target is to pull an aeroplane. Qigong is an incredible form of kung fu, but for the Chinese, it is also an all-curing form of medicine.